Hey y'all, Matt here with Bonsai, and today we're going to be removing some wire from some of these trees where it's beginning to get a little bit too snug. It hasn't quite bitten in here. Up here on this little pine, looks like it's beginning to bite in a little bit more though, so we definitely have to get this one off. And this one I want to take off just to be safe with it. So let's get to it. So to start out, we're going to look real closely over here at this wire and how you can see, let me get you in the right spot. There we go. You can see it's beginning to bite in just a little bit right there. Not awful, but just a little bit. So that's where we want to start our work and just get all the wire off and let the little tree take off from there. We may end up leaving it on some of the other branches. I don't know. We'll see how tight it is once we get to it. Alright. So there's multiple different techniques for removing wire. There's the preferred method that most people say you should do, which is to cut the wire in small sections and remove it that way. And that definitely works. 100% that definitely works. I like to try to reuse wire as much as possible though. On the thicker stuff, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it unbent without damaging the bark, but we're going to give it a little try here. So I'm just going to grab right in here with my pliers and then support at this bend here and just begin to take the bend out of it. Okay, so then I'm going to put my finger at the next bend and just take that bend out right there. So that is one of the methods you can go about in order to save the wire. All right, so then let's get into right here where I have actual copper wire. I'll bring you in close and readjust you over. Okay, so this is real copper wire right here at these little spots. This is copper anodized aluminum wire, so it's not real copper. Copper is a lot harder to bend, which is running all the way over to here, and unbend, because as you bend it, it gets harder and harder and harder, which is why it works great with bonsai trees, because the only way to get copper to go soft again is to take it off, heat it up to, I believe the term's anneal it, I can't remember off the top of my head, and that will make it soft and pliable again. So this was reused house wire that I annealed prior to putting it on here, but that's just a long story of getting into this next step of how you can just come in and just little clips, a little bit at a time, and just take off little pieces. Okay, that's the next way that you can go about it. And you normally want to try to get it in little sections where it'll just fall and come off. This is definitely the much quicker of the two methods. But as you see here, I took a little bit of a big bite, so I had to untwist just a hair. Then I've got this piece that's running over the top here and coming over to here, so I'm going to try to nip it right in here. And that allowed me to drop the front piece off, but I don't believe it gave me enough to pop. Oh, it did. It gave me enough to pop the back piece off right here. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to save the thicker wire I have in the aluminum and unwrap that whole piece, but I'm not going to make you watch it, so we'll check out the tree when it's all undone. Alright, so now I got this little tree all unwrapped here. It's up on another planter because of the fact that it is a cascade. Like right now, these are all nice and long, but our goal here is to let these candles here grow out and create the apex to keep traveling downwards. Then we've got little candles at all these other spots here that are looking pretty good. All the brown needles, you can actually go through and pull all of them out because they're all dead, so they're not really doing much of anything anymore. But they have almost like a little branch coming in at each one of those points. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about taking off wire, so we won't go through that whole process. I'll save you from that. Okay, so we're going to set this one off to the side here, and now we've got our little Japanese maple, which is done up completely in aluminum wire, but I'm gonna have to bring you down a little bit for this one because this tree is not nearly as tall. So we're just gonna come down just a little bit here so we can see the whole tree. I feel like that's a pretty good spot. It's bloomed out beautifully. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And the new branches are coming in really, really strong and putting out as many leaves as possible. The leaves themselves are gorgeous. They're nothing like Andy's new maple that he picked up gorgeous, but they are gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so let's take a look in here, and because we're gonna do, let's see, this is all really thin wire, so I'm not even gonna go through and try and save it. I'm just gonna cut it and pop it off. So that's all we're gonna be doing for this part. I will be back with you as soon as I get it all undone. Alright, so here we go with our Japanese maple, and it's all done as far as getting all the wire off of it. I think it's progressing along rather nicely. I'm going to let this new growth grow in here for a little while, and once the new growth comes in and it looks like it's beginning to harden off, so probably in the next month or so, I'm going to throw on another section of wire and begin to train the tree some more. But for now, I know it doesn't look perfect. It doesn't have like the pads all broken out exactly how they should be, but I really like this tree. I think this one's like, I don't know, I really like it. That's all I can really tell you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, you should subscribe to my channel. And if you really, really enjoy my content, you should hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you.